Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review, and this is for the prequel to the X film, Pearl. So, as you guys can see, I like the movie X. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's one of the best horrors that came out this year, and this is the film that put Ty West on my radar. I looked at a couple of his older films before X came out, and I'm not really a fan of those films, but hey, if he's doing stuff like X and Pearl now, I think I'm gonna be a fan. I was kind of shocked that they announced that they were doing a sequel or prequel to the X film so quickly. I mean, it looked like it literally like they were shot back to back. I think that's what happened, and this has to be some kind of record. Record for making a franchise in less than like 2 or 3 years. It's kind of wild because we have Pearl now, which is the first film in this, I guess we'll call it Ty West trilogy or whatever. And then we have X, and then we have a movie that's been announced. I mean, spoilers, I guess. I mean, they kind of announced it before the movie came out, but we have a third film coming out called Maxine, who is the character the lone character that survived in the X film, played by Mia Goth. But I'm here, guys, to give you my thoughts and opinion. And as always, there is going to be no score because scores are weird. And we just want to have a discussion, just talk about it, whether I like it or not, whether you should go to the theater, wait for VOD. So let's get into this. So first off, we got to talk about Mia Goth. I mean, slow clap for this woman. I mean, she is coming up on my radar. I know she's been around for a while, but I haven't seen her in anything until I saw X, and I was like, okay, who's this? But then I watched Pearl, and I was like, dang, this woman can act. And I guess I gotta mention before I go any further of like my Mia Goth tribute that I'm about to go into. But I think I need to tell you guys, this is probably one of the most important things. If you are a fan of the X film and you want something similar, you're hoping to get into Pearl and you're like, okay, I want more of X. I want to tell you now, don't expect that, because it's not even close to what X is. Maybe towards the end of the film, but even then I don't think it even comes close to what X is. I'm not saying that Pearl is a bad film or anything, but it's not on the same level as X is if you're looking for that type of film. This is a totally different beast. It's more of like a character study of the character Pearl, and I really liked it. We'll get into it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, but if you're going into it, then I don't want you to get disappointed. So just a heads up. But back to the Mia Goth love, because she's good. She's really good. Her name is Mia Goth, and she's doing all these horror films. I mean, what a perfect combination. Like, what a perfect name that she has for doing all these horror films. She's going to be getting like her phone blown up from all these different studios wanting her to be starring in their next like horror franchise. I wouldn't be surprised if like Universal calls her up and says, hey, we're ending the Halloween franchise with Jamie Lee Curtis, but we love money, and we love bringing back our old franchises and rebooting it for no reason. Do you want to be Laurie Strode and the reboot to Halloween? Don't put it past them, okay? They'll do it. But yeah, she's going to be in high demand, and I'm totally all for it. I'm always, happy to introduce or, crown people the next goth movie queen. So, Mia Goth is the next goth movie queen. It fits perfectly. But she's amazing in this film. There is one scene in particular where she goes on a like 10-15 minute dialogue or monologue, and it's amazing. I can't put it to words how good it is. It just showcases so much range that this woman has in just a 10-minute span of her going through all these emotions. And it's like no cuts either, no edits, just straight, like I don't know how many times it took her to do it in one shot. Wow, man. And also there's another scene, it's not really any lines or anything, it's just one line, she says something and then the credits roll, and as the credits are going, she's still there, she's still on screen, and she's going through all these emotions. She starts crying at one point and keeps on crying, and she's like smiling but being sad, and her face is like slowly turning into this like psychotic breakdown that she's having, and I was like mesmerized the entire time. I wish the credits kept on going. I wish they were just like, that was the entire credits, but she's only human. She can't do it for so long. But Mia Goth is great. So if you're going into this because you love Mia Goth, which I don't blame you, you're going to be more than enough satisfied with this film, because that's all this movie is centered around, is her character. Now, as far as the story goes, and like I said before, how it compares to X, these two films I think are a lot different than each other, because where X is, you know, you get a lot of like the classic slasher feel to it. And this one, I think it's more of like a character study and a more like kind of drama, and really like a slow burn, because like the first couple minutes of this film, it's slow. And I think it was on purpose that it was like a slow burn, because we want to get to know this character, and as she slowly but surely goes into a psychotic wreck. And trust me, I think it's worth the wait, because once she gets crazy or crazier, it's well worth the mission. I also really like the score here. I don't know, I didn't look up the score. I don't know any of the names of the titles of the songs in here. But the main song that they played throughout the entire film, every time Pearl was on screen, so I'm just gonna call it like Pearl's theme. Hopefully that's the name of the song. But Pearl's theme, every time that was on there, that was cool, man. It kind of felt like a Tim Burton kind of film, like his earlier films, you know, his good stuff. It felt like that in the way that it was shot, and just like kind of like the color palette that they had in there. And again, guys, you know, I'm talking about all these technical terms. Usually I don't do this, you know, I don't do all this stuff. But I feel like lately, these last couple of movies that I've been reviewing, I gotta get all technical and stuff, because there's just a lot of cool stuff that's happening in the last couple of films that I've seen. It's kind of funny, because I know film Twitter was like saying September was going to be like the worst month for movies, and we're getting all these bangers, you know, Pearl, The Woman King, Bros, and Barbarian. I mean, just to name a few, those are some of my favorite movies of the year that came out this month. So I don't know, film Twitter. But ultimately, guys, I think Pearl is a great addition to this Ti West X trilogy that we're getting. Like I said, Maxine is on the way. I don't know if that's coming next year or a couple of years. I'm assuming it's coming next year. I don't think we have to wait too long. I feel like he's filmed just all these movies at once, and then he threw it to the studio and said, look, you know, I want to make this trilogy. Here's X, the one you asked for. Can I make the other ones? Can I put the other ones out? So like I said, if you are a fan of the X film, there's a lot of like Easter eggs here that you will enjoy, but it's not as quite reaching the same slasher, 70s slasher level that the X film has. It's totally different beast. But if you like Mia Goth and you like this franchise, you like Ti West, I think you're gonna like this film. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below about Pearl. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you plan on seeing it? Do you not plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, guys, don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.